Hi, my name is Matilda Kimber, and you're watching the Permanent Rain Press.
Hi everyone, it's Chloe with the Permanent Rain Press, and today I am so happy to be joined by Matilda Kimber. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. I know we were just talking about this beforehand, but it's been an insane couple of weeks for you.
Yes, it really has.
So Mortal Kombat, congratulations. You star
Thank
as
you.
Emily Young. You got to walk the black carpet at the Australian premiere for the film. So what was that experience like?
It was really exciting. I got to bring a few of my friends. I think I was most shocked to see all the news interviewers because that night I ended up being on live TV without realizing. And I was really, really shocked. I think my friends found that really funny, but I wasn't expecting all the interviews. Yeah, it was really, really fun. Yeah.
Your first kind of press opportunity, right?
Ever, like, I've never had so many interviewers at one place, like, one after the other. It was, like,
But
crazy.
you enjoyed it.
Yes, I did, of course, I enjoyed it. I thought it was so fun. But as you may know, I'm too young to watch the movie, so I did have to leave before everyone got to watch it, but it was fun being there in the beginning.
Yeah, and you got to reunite with your director, Simon, as well.
Yes. Yeah, it was so great seeing him after such a long time.
Yeah. I guess you filmed this, it would have been a couple years ago now.
Yeah, it would have been in 2019 and a bit of catch up in 2020.
Now, talking about the movie, let's cycle back. What was the audition process like for you?
So it was my first ever audition, so I went there and I actually didn't get a call back for like 3 months. So I completely forgot about it and I was like, I didn't get it, but it's fine. But I had another audition and another one and I got to meet the director. And then the day after the audition with the director, I got a call saying I got the role and I had to start the next day. So it was crazy. I was like,
It must have been a nice surprise for you and your family to get that call when you finally figured out it was for Mortal Kombat. Were you or your family familiar with the franchise or the video game?
yeah, I personally knew nothing about Mortal Kombat at all. Like I
You're
had
kind of
zero.
young to be to be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, it wasn't really in my age range, but like my dad knew about it because he grew up with it. So he kind of told me about it and I ended up doing like a little bit of research that night to figure out what it was. But no, not a lot of my family knew what it was. None of my friends did.
I guess during that time you were researching a lot about it,
Yeah.
trying to figure out where you might fit in. So let's talk
Yeah.
about that experience on set. Take me behind the scenes. What were some of your favorite moments?
Honestly, it was so, so fun filming. I had, the best time, obviously. And I worked very closely with Lewis and Laura as my parents, and they were so helpful. They taught me everything I knew because at the time I knew nothing about filming, nothing about what really happens, but I learned a lot about behind the scenes, code language to use on set, and kind of like how to manage your time on set because, there's a lot of long, tedious hours and long, long filming hours of waiting, makeup, hair. But yeah, I learned how to be patient and they taught me a lot.
I think I heard Lewis say in another interview that the three of you did an escape room together.
Yes, that was the first time I ever met them. We did an escape room and that was probably like one of the highlights. I remember in the beginning we were all like handcuffed and I could slid out of the handcuff. And I was like, guys, that's cheating. We shouldn't do it. But they're like, do it, do it. We have to escape. Come on. So honestly, that really helped us bond before the filming process. Yeah.
I love that. And there's nothing like testing a good family dynamic by being locked in a room together, right?
Exactly. It was really smart. I think it was Simon's idea.
Smart director. What was your favorite scene to film and be a part of?
Oh, I think my favorite scenes would have to be the ones with Sub-Zero because the amount of effects that go into like his powers and like the ice stuff is so cool. I think like a specific scene was the one in like the cage. I'm not sure. If you watch it, you might know, but I don't know if I can say much about it. But I got to kind of like be in the background and just watch all the fight scenes. So yeah, I honestly just got a really good view. I was just resting while they were doing all their like stunts and stuff.
We'll leave a disclaimer on here in terms of spoilers because I did want to talk about my favorite scene with
Mhm.
Emily, which was with her and Cole, and she gave him the bracelet for strength. So, what
Yeah.
was it like filming that one? Because I think that for all the fighting, that was such a pivotal moment to know that Cole is doing this for his family.
Yeah, that bit is such like a heartwarming scene. I love that one. It was one of my very first scenes, actually. I think it was like the third day of filming, and we were still kind of like getting close at that stage, but that kind of brought us together. I think we talked a lot about the braiding. I got to make a few. It was really fun. I love that scene. Yeah.
Okay, so you actually got to make the bracelets that you gave. That's
Yes.
nice. No,
Well,
it's not just a prop.
it's not just a prop. I didn't get to make them all. I'm not sure whether they used the ones that I made, but I did try to make a few.
Learning things during your break time too, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know that you also got to spend some time with some of the other cast members outside of Lewis and Laura, though you don't share too many scenes with them. Like, you had a picture with Mikad Brooks as well. So being
Yeah.
like the young kid on set, essentially, did a lot of them take you under their wing and show you around set and stuff like that?
Yeah, you worded it exactly. I was almost babied a little bit, being like the youngest cast member. And because I was new to the whole filming stuff, they taught me everything. They were very careful with me and made sure I had enough rest, had food. They were super, super caring. And Laura and Lewis, especially, they kind of almost were my parents on set at the time because my real parents, they didn't know anything about filming either. So they kind of were the ones that taught me, took me under their wing, and helped me a lot.
That's so nice. And Emily, she's tough. I think that she gets that from Cole, but also a bit from Allison. If you were asked to come back and do a sequel, what would you like to see from her?
I kind of want Emily to be kind of following in her father's footsteps. I think if maybe, I don't know whether she has his powers or anything, but if she could get her own Akana, I think she'd be like badass, to be honest. I think she'd be really, really cool with like her own superpower. Maybe, I don't know, she's strong. So something similar to Cole, like almost like a matching like thing going on. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that you hit that right on the head. I was reading fan theories, and a lot of people are saying now that we know she is also a descendant of Hanzo Hasashi, it's possible she could have that power in her. I guess time will tell, something to think about.
Exactly.
And you would be 100% on board to come back.
Yes, I would love to.
Unfortunately, as you mentioned, you couldn't stay to watch the movie in full, but from what you have seen and obviously being a part of making Mortal Kombat, why would you recommend viewers give it a chance and check it out?
Oh, 100%. I think the movie has a really good balance. I mean, I haven't watched it like you said, but a good balance between like the fight scenes of what people really want to see, like the, R-rated section, and like the storyline of like the family bond and how families kind of brought into this Mortal Kombat fantasy world. Yeah.
I know that you have been receiving a lot of love from Australia, and it's special because you got to film your first movie at home. How much has that support meant to you?
It's meant so much to me. Like my friends, like being able to film it in Adelaide was just so comfortable, being able to go home after like long nights of filming. Um, yeah, Adelaide, I think Adelaide's just a great place. And like the support from my friends, newsletters, even teachers at school, they've been really supportive with missing schoolwork and stuff. But Adelaide's been really kind to me. Yeah.
You mentioned like the newspapers. I'm sure you never imagined that you would be featured in local newspapers and probably on TV channels leading up to it.
Yeah, I was shocked about how many newspaper articles they've been made, or like being on live TV at the night of the premiere. That was a huge shock to me. But yeah, no, it's been really, really nice of like having all the support.
For people who haven't traveled to Adelaide, when it's safe to do so, what are some of your favorite spots to visit or for food?
I mean, Adelaide is just so lucky because we have a lot of stuff. Like we are surrounded by the beautiful beaches. I think my favorite beaches would have to be like Port Wollonga, or like down at the bottom we have Middleton, Port Elliot, Victor Harbour. They're all in like a line, so you can just have like a road trip and the beautiful beaches everywhere. And of course, we also have like the Adelaide Hills and McLaren Vale, and I think that's really, really beautiful too. And if we're talking about SA, not to mention, we also have Kangaroo Island, which is really, really nice to visit. So honestly, I think Adelaide has a lot to offer.
I'll have to add those to my list one day, hopefully not too far in the future.
Yeah.
But outside of acting, you are also a model with Adelaide Model Management. Tell me, where did this kind of second passion come from and how you would describe your style?
Well, I used to live in Shanghai. I was born in Shanghai, and I used to, not a lot of modeling, but I remember I did this one little Barbie thing when I was like 6, and it was like a little runway show, and I loved it so much. And then when I moved to Australia, um, at 12, I signed with Adelaide Model Management, and I think modeling and acting is just really, really helpful to, bring out confidence and kind of like make friends while doing so. I think, yeah, my passion, I've always had it since I was quite young. And with my fashion, I think you mentioned fashion sense, was it? Yeah, I haven't really figured out my fashion sense yet, to be honest, being quite young. And maybe you're familiar with the app Pinterest. Are you? Yeah, I think I get a lot of like my fashion sense from Pinterest and stuff. And yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really figured out my fashion sense yet, but yeah.
I love that a couple of things you mentioned there. First was like making new friends, meeting new people is
Mhm.
always something I'm sure you love to do. And Pinterest, like I think it's good to, I guess, experiment, right, with
Mm,
different styles and trends. You are very busy. You are still going to school. You're still a
yeah.
student. So on that note, what are a couple of your favorite school subjects?
I think my favorite school subjects would have to be like arts and drama. I enjoy more
Fits, right?
subjects. Yeah. I kind of like having those subjects to take a break from like all the school work, like essays, math, and stuff. I enjoy my core subjects as well, but I especially enjoy arts and drama because a lot of teamwork goes into that as well. And I really enjoy that having like during a long school day and getting that lesson to like take a break and relax.
So with arts and drama, like have you been learning a lot there that do you think has carried over into your work in like modeling or even film with Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in drama, we've done a lot of like plays and stuff. And I guess filming Mortal Kombat and like theater is quite different, but it all involves acting. I honestly think it's very helpful. And I've brought stuff I've learned from filming Mortal Kombat into like my schoolwork. And yeah, it's been good. I've been getting reasonably good grades. So I think it's been working. But yeah, Mortal Kombat's kind of like given me extra help.
I wonder if do you have something with your parents that you have to keep your grades up and you can continue doing the acting and the modeling?
Yeah, I mean, my parents aren't super strict or anything, but as long as I get reasonable grades, I think they're happy for me to do my hobbies and stuff.
What other hobbies do you have outside? You are keeping busy, but like with your friends, what do you like to do?
I play a lot of like team sports. I do like basketball, netball. So I guess on the weekends, yeah, I do a lot of sports. And relating back to like drama and teamwork, I really like working in a group, similar to Mortal Kombat. You're all like a big family. But yeah, I do a lot of sports and stuff. I think those are probably my main hobbies.
With sports, that can also be beneficial for future projects and roles. You never know.
Exactly.
So, who are a couple of artists you're listening to on your playlist right now?
Let me have a quick look if I can.
Yeah, for sure.
I think my main artists would have to be like Tyler the Creator, Frank Ocean, The Neighborhood, maybe. I think those would be like my top few.
Very good picks. Hopefully, live music returns at some point. Have you ever seen any of them live or not yet?
No, I haven't seen any of them live. I was gonna go to a Rex Orange County concert, but it was canceled due to COVID, which was really sad.
Yeah, hopefully in the future, add those to the
Yeah,
list, right? And we have our signature question for you.
yeah.
If you could be any ice cream flavor, which would you be and why?
Um, I don't know if Lewis and Laura will be listening to this, but on set, they used to buy me Tim Tam packets, and I would eat them whole. I'd go through a whole packet in like 2 5 minutes during breaks. So if I could be any ice cream flavor, I think I want to be like a Tim Tam type of like mix. That'd be really good.
I love that, and that is a really good flavor choice,
Yeah.
especially that they were buying it, did you say, for you a
Mhm.
lot?
Yeah.
You were like their child on set. They gotta keep you fed.
Sure. Yeah, they got to keep giving me snacks during break and stuff. Yeah, but I went through those Tim Tam packets.
How many do you think that you ate during the entire shoot?
I'd say at
You
least
don't want to say, right?
I'd say a lot. Even catch up, like when we did filming in 2020, a year later, I'd still eat a whole packet.
The
Nothing has ever,
craving never went away.
it never went away. But yeah,
And on that note, thank you so much, Matilda, for taking the
thank
time to
you.
chat. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It was really fun. Thank you.
Make sure to catch Matilda as Emily in Mortal Kombat. It is out now in theaters and on HBO Max. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.